Brandy posted a picture of Joseph, who's now in the Summerlands, is now passed, and Brandy would love it if we could connect with him in some way. Brandy under the name of Bobby Lovell, so that's the Facebook name, Bobby Lovell. She's using now on Facebook to post that. So okay then, Brandy, we'll see what we can do. What we'll do here is we'll invite Joseph to our setting and see what message he's got for you there. For that I'm going to use these mediumship cards here. Each card has a pre-written message on it, or a sentence, and then as we shuffle the cards, Spirit, in this case Joseph's Spirit, will manipulate the cards and place them in order. We've just lit a candle here in memory of absent friends. We did have another candle going, but that went out, so it's a brand new candle just for Joseph there. So what we'll do is we always use an asked for flame. Spirit of light, I ask for your presence for the purpose of guidance, healing and protection in memory of all absent friends. And then that's it. Always use an ask for flame, and when you extinguish the flame, never blow the flame out. An asked for flame is sacred. Always use a snuffer to snuff the flame out there. So always remember that. That's just a quick tip for anybody who wishes to use sacred flames, and also your candles on your altars as well. But for now we're going to ask Joseph to join us, and for that we'll have to shuffle the cards, and as we shuffle, Joseph's Spirit will manipulate them into the order to provide a message, to convey a message. But for that, as we shuffle, we just simply ask, Spirit of Joseph, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Joseph, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Joseph, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Joseph, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Joseph, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Joseph, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Joseph and all absent friends. And we just cut the deck there, and then we'll place them, just pop them just there next to the candle, next to Joseph's candle, as you could call it for now, and then we'll deal out 3 cards initially. If we feel any more need to be dealt, then, which usually there are, then we'll do that. But initially I'll do 3 in the sense of beginning, middle and end of statement. Before we do that though, where the deck splits, where the cards split, is where Joseph's Spirit is believed to have joined us, where it's at its most strongest point. So the middle is now on top, and the energy is its strongest there, isn't it? And for that, just before we start, I want to thank you, Joseph, for joining us. I want to thank you for your presence. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your energy, and I want to thank you for your love for the message that you've brought for Brandy, under the name of Bobby Lovell on Facebook there. So no further ado, we'll see what the first thing Joseph wants to say to you there, Brandy. We'll just pull out the card here, and then we'll flip it nice and slowly, not to disturb its energy. We'll just flip it nice and slowly, nice and steadily there, to reveal the first thing that Joseph wants to say. And he's just saying to you there that I watch over you every day. That's an interesting card there, isn't it? It's an interesting choice of card, or not that Joseph's, not just that Joseph's chosen it, but the picture there, like it's a cloud in the shape of a heart, isn't it? As if he watches over you with love, as if he's saying, I watch over you every day with love. And that's, I suppose that's a nice thing, isn't it, really? But I'm sort of getting, I watch over you every day with love, as if he's just adding that with love bit sort of on the end, or somewhere around there. Of course, they might not be his exact words, but they are the sort of thing, I mean, they might be his exact words, but usually the sentence on each one of these cards is a sort of like a paraphrase normally of what they probably might say in their own words, you know. But we're sort of getting this sort of idea that he's conveying the fact that he is there, and he's looking out for you. I think while you're with us there, Joseph, I think I might just pour myself some something that isn't very good for me. I normally have coffee, you know, Joseph, but as you can see, it's more like a soda, Coca-Cola with a bit of ice. I'd had Joseph, I'd had a cottage pie just earlier on, so I've got myself a bit of just something. Maybe Joseph may have liked that. I don't know, but either way, it's just something for quickness. If you can't be bothered putting the kettle on with a bit of, it's got a bit of snow as well, haven't we? So we've just had a bit of snow, not much though. The rain's washing it away, you know. I do sort of get that, Joseph. I like talking about the weather or moaning about it. Join the club, Joseph. We all do that. But he watches over you every day. I want to see what the next thing he wants to say. It seems as if we should invite him here and then put a gagging order on him. Sorry, Joe. Let's just see what the next card reveals. Well, this is an interesting one, isn't it? With him saying he watches over you every day, he's saying, I am here helping you. It's like a follow-on from the last card, isn't it? As if he's placed that there. I watch over you, but I'm helping you as well. As if he's intervening in some way, as well as just not. I mean, anybody can be an audience too, can't they, Joe? But to think that you're actually helping in some way. Of course, sending signs and omens can be can also be of use as well. But when I look at this particular card, I don't know, other than focusing on the sort of the black clouds in the background there, I always tend to focus on the flag that the person holds there. And I often ask what moves, the flag or the wind. That's a question that I always... The answer is it's the mind that moves, but that's a cop-out because it isn't really the answer, is it? It's the sort of question we know the answer to, but we can't answer it. And I suppose in a way that's the sort of thing that you may be experiencing now there, Brandy. That you may feel as if something, well, somebody's you sort of get that thing where, oh, somebody's watching over me. I swear somebody's watching over me. After what happened to me today, I swear somebody's looking out for me. Because how I got out of that, how that car didn't hit me, or how that dog didn't bite me, or whatever it was, how that didn't happen, how the worst didn't happen today. Something or somebody was watching over me, and you'd be right in assuming that. That would be a correct assumption. And you wouldn't have to be a rocket scientist neither. Oh dear. That went down the wrong way. But anyway, let's move on to the next card. When I get my voice back, we'll just move on to the next card and we'll see the next thing that Joseph. That'll serve me right, that will, Joe. Let's just flip the next card over and see what the next thing is that Joseph wants to say. Shouldn't talk when you're drinking or eating. It goes down the wrong way. But we never learn, do we? He's just saying here that my death was painless. Don't worry, please don't worry or hold on to guilt. That's what the card says. I always use that card. When that card turns up, I always tend to say the point of my death or the moment of my death was painless. At the time of my passing, that was the painless part. So don't you go thinking that you're to blame. You're to blame in any way. I want to. I feel another card, 2 more cards coming here. Like as if I just want to pull 2 more. Just yes 2. I just heard yes 2. If that was you, Joseph, then at least somebody agrees with me. First person to bloody agree with me. Considering I'm always in arguments, that's not bad for me, really, is it? Thanks, Joe. Nice to know you got confidence in me. But I got a sort of sense that as though he did have confidence in a lot of people. He sort of gave people the benefit of the doubt, like he's doing with me, I think. Let's see what the next card is. This other card. So we've established that that he's watching over you every day. He's here helping you, and of course he doesn't want you to sort of blame yourself or hold on to any guilt about his death. That was painless. That was not okay, but I suppose if it could be okay, then he wasn't. He didn't suffer at the time. Although maybe I suppose we suffer beforehand, but that's put behind us once we've gone into transition and crossed over. This is an interesting card. He's just saying my mind is free. As if he's saying the point of my death was painless. Don't worry or hold on to guilt. I want you to know that my mind is free. I'm okay about it. Whatever, I don't know what the cause of his death was. I don't know what it was at all. I don't get any sort of sense or feeling of what it may have been. Whatever it was, he's easy about it. His mind is free. He's free, and not suffering. He's entered through the portal. See there, that doorway, the portal, and he's gone through there. There's no actual door that closes in it, though, is there? It's just an archway. The thing about archways, the perfect archway is based on circles. Such as that's probably 3 circles on top of one another. Whereas the perfect arch is 2 circles, or you either have 2 circles on top of each other, and then the top of the top circle creates the arch, or in this case it's probably 3 circles there. And that's the perfect arch. If you go slightly over or below that sort of ratio, then that's just why I'm thinking that, I don't know, but it was just a point of interest. Maybe I'm sort of getting that Joseph probably had that sort of mindset as well, sort of pointed certain things out that wouldn't normally. Excuse me, but I've got a cold coming. Sorry about that, Joe. it's as if he sort of liked to lock onto trivial things. He was probably one for playing Trivial Pursuit, or something, Trivial Pursuit at Christmas or something like that, or whatever. He probably had that that sort of mindset, which may of course be trivial to some people. Excuse me. It may be trivial to some people, of course, but not necessarily. It probably meant a lot to him. But everybody, I get that sort of sense as though things that meant things to him. Other people sort of thought, "Oh, don't be silly, don't be trivial, or don't be, you know, you're clutching at straws or whatever." And yet he didn't feel as though he was. He felt as though he was saying something significant. But people sort of ignored his sort of point of view. Why I'm thinking that, I don't know. I mean, we were on about moaning about the weather, weren't we, Joseph, earlier on? And how you used to moan about the weather, probably, but we all do that. And yet, we all can all do that, but as soon as you mention something that may be significant, that's classed as trivial. And yet there's nothing more trivial than moaning about the weather, which is what everybody seems to bloody do, don't they? The weather is the weather, whatever we do or whatever we say. It's either too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, or whatever. I think that's really what it seems to be about. I want to pull, of course, another card here. Because with Joseph just saying about we're helping you, me death is painless, don't alter go to anything like that. I want to pull out this second card. He's of course, he's okay. As if he said, I'm okay about it. I have my opinions and I'm okay about that, so why shouldn't you be? So let's just see what this final card is here that needs to be revealed in some way. Let's just flip it nice and slowly, not to disturb its energy, just nice and steady there. And he's just saying that I am learning over here. So things that he thought, I suppose, that were trivial, or well, he didn't think they were trivial. Things that we thought were trivial, or that others thought he was being trivial about. He says he's learning over here. He's probably learning maybe the meaning of why he thought that way. Why would you mention that out the blue, or why would that suddenly be of some significance? Nobody else bothers with it. And it's as if he's saying, well, I'm sort of learning about that. I'm cottoning onto that now. And it's like as if I sort of know probably why I was concerned about that. Why I was concerned about that starfish and threw it back. You know, that sort of philosophy. As insignificant as it may appear, it was significant. And what I had to say was important, but nobody listened. That's what I'm getting from it. But I'm learning over here. I'm learning about the true meaning of it, and I'll always know why I was suddenly concerned about that, or suddenly mentioned that. I probably didn't know myself why I was mentioning it. You know, this is the sort of thing he's probably trying to say, but now I do know, and it is significant, and I'm going to help you understand also. And that's why I'm watching over you every day, because it will mean something to you, and when it happens you'll know, as if he's saying, when it happens, Brandy, you'll know. And that's all I'm getting from that. With that then, Joseph, I want to thank you for that. That was very insightful, really, to some degree, wasn't it? I want to just forgive me for my part, but I thought, well, considering you're here with Join you, and we'd settle back and just try and put our feet up a bit whilst you're doing the same there. But laughing and joking apart, of course, he was a privilege to have met you there, Joseph, and no doubt, hopefully, we'll meet again. In the sense that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part. And Joseph, merry may we meet again. And as we say that, we just gather Joseph's cards together here. And I'll just put them in a little neat pile, just there next to his candle there, as you'd say, and then we'll just pop the rest of the deck on top, and as we do, we lay Joseph to rest again until next time. Farewell, Joseph. Rest in peace until we meet again. With the occurrence more and less which are solicited, the rest is now silence. Blessed be to Joseph and all absent friends.